Hi guys, welcome to another beer review, and today we're going back over to Northern Monk, and it's a collaboration between themselves and Evil Twin, and this is a can of the Even More Death Imperial Stout, clocking in at 12% ABV, and I'll quickly read you the spiel on the back. So, Evil Twin Imperial Stout, so basically it's a collaboration beer, but I believe it's the Death Imperial Stout that Northern Monk did, blended with Evil Twin's Even More Jesus, which is just a proper amazing old school Imperial Stout, which has stood the test of time and has been, you know, brewed in many reiterations since then and continues to do so. But vibrations on the phone just as I'm recording, but oh well. So yeah, I'm not sure if this was like the two recipes sort of like intertwined, or if it's literally a blend of both beers. I did have this on tap at Brewdog in Manchester, and it was tasting pretty damn good, but it was a little bit chilled, obviously, because it was fresh from the keg. But yeah, so just quickly read you the blurb on the back, like I said I would do about 4 million years ago. So, first there was fire, then there was beer. At the cornerstone of civilization for thousands of years, beer built the pyramids. Beer fueled the Middle Ages. Since the 6th century, monks across Europe brewed beer to provide for their communities. Now they're doing questionable things to children, but oh well. Today in the north we carry a torch for all to bear. For all that beer was, for all to bear. That's not even written on the can. For all that beer was and all that it can be. We're on a quest to create the best beer that we can, whilst giving back when we can. The beer was brewed for you, for us, for our community. Northern Monk Brew Co. So a little bit of a mission statement, if you will. So Even More Death Imperial Stout. From New York City to the north, 2 worlds, 2 cities, 2 recipes, 1 beer, nothing artificial. Even More Death, a decadent toasted coconut vanilla and cacao imperial stout, unpasteurized and unfined. This is a fresh product and should be experienced as such. Keep it cool. Keep it? Why did I say it like that? Keep it cool and enjoy responsibly. So yeah, it's basically the 2 recipes of 2 quite popular imperial stouts coming together and forging a wonderful beer. And I know Northern Monk did a collaboration with Brewdog, which was also tasting pretty fantastic and is now in bottles. Well, it's probably sold out by the time I'm doing this, so hopefully I can get a bottle of that. And it looks like I've got a receding hairline, or a comb over, which well, receding hairline I think is yeah, that is kind of like a receding hairline. My hair is horrendous today, but oh well. So, using the Northern Monk refectory glass for this, and oh, look at that. I picked this up from Northern Beer Temple in Wigan, so massive shout out to John and his wonderful shop. And yeah, hopefully he will be able to get some sort of a permanent drinking license on premises as well, which would be fantastic, because it's a wonderful little shop. I mean, you can go in there and, like, you know, drink beer as you're buying it and stuff, but it'd be nice if it would be like a nice little sort of tap room or chill out space. And it's just what Wigan needs, to be honest. But yeah, beer in a glass, and that is pretty much jet black. I don't even need to hold it to reconfirm that. But yeah, lovely dark beige 1 finger head. Looks wonderful in this sort of, I don't know what's the actual name of this glass shape. I'm not too sure. Anyway, looks fantastic. Considerably warmer than when I originally drank it, because it was pretty chilled. You know, it's taken me a few years to realise that when you go to a bar and you see a nice imperial stout on tap, buy like a lighter beer beforehand so you can drink that and then let the beer cool down a bit. And then cool down. Now, you don't want it to cool down. Let the beer warm up a little bit and get to room temperature when you're drinking the imperial stout. That being said, I've had some pretty damn good chilled down imperial stouts on tap from my drinking escapades. So yeah, anyway, waffling on. Beer looks good. Let's give it a sniff. Well, you're definitely getting those adjuncts in there. It's got a considerably much more satisfying aroma now than it did when I was drinking it on tap. Loads of melted chocolate, loads of fudge. There's that little bit of vanilla in there just to balance it off nicely. Just this really nice, dense, cakey sweetness coming from this Imperial Stout. Let's see what the ingredients were on this. Cacao nibs, toasted coconut, vanilla pods, hops and yeast. Yeah, you are getting that coconut. It's got that slight Bounty Bar sort of aroma to it. It's just fantastic. It smells wonderful. No hint of that ABV at all, which is both a plus yet a burden, because when you're drinking those sorts of beers, you get so carried away. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, this is smelling wonderful. It really, really is. Anyway, let's give it a taste. Cheers, guys. First thing I notice is I've only tried Even More Jesus once. I was doing a live review with my good friend Dean from Dean's Beer Reviews, and that beer left such an impact on me when I drank it because it was so old school. Do you know what I mean? It was just a good, honest Imperial strength stout. Big, robust flavours, big roastiness, just the right amount of sweetness, just the right amount of earthiness, just the right amount of char. And you get that. You get Even More Jesus in this beer. So you get that recipe. I've not tried Death from Northern Monk, but I'm guessing those sort of like coconut flavours, the chocolatiness, the cacao nibs, the vanilla, the sweetness is coming from Northern Monk's side of this collaboration. It's got a low level of carbonation, but it still prickles on the tongue. But it's so dense. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's not like sludgy or anything like that, but it's still a big, bold mouthfeel. And I've got to say, no detection whatsoever of that ABV. There's not even so much as a warmth as it's going down. It's just remarkably drinkable. Beautiful dark chocolate flavours coming through. That coconut character is just enough. It's not too in the background, but at the same time, it's not too in your face, detracting from the overall flavours of the beer. Lovely sticky lips on the end as well. Do you know what I mean? It's just fantastic. There's even like a slight charred barrel character to it. Chocolate fudge cake in there. It's not going to those sort of like outrageous omnipio sort of flavours, which, by the way, lots of breweries are, you know, capitalised on that and including these like flavourings and things into beer and producing some really weird and wonderful concoctions. But this has got a real sense of old school about it, which I think primarily comes from the Even More Jesus side. Now, both breweries are fantastic breweries. Northern Monk is probably my favourite UK brewery. The Patrons project that they do is just phenomenal. I love the emphasis on collaboration as well. And yeah, Evil Twin. I mean, yeah, some of their Evil Twin's lighter beers can be a little bit hit and miss for me. But when Evil Twin do a big, bold Imperial Stout or something to that degree, they go balls deep. Do you know what I mean? They're just like in your face, slapping you around in the best possible way. And this is just a wonderful stout. Such a different drinking experience drinking it now. when I was drinking it on keg, it had a bit more of like a milkiness to it. So I'd say the body on keg was a little bit bolder. But because it was on keg and it was slightly cooler than I personally think the beer should have been. But again, you get those sorts of beers, so you let them warm up to room temperature and get used to the, the temperature of the room, aka room temperature, as I just said. But yeah, it's just fantastic. It really, really is. I get a bit of molasses in there. There's a very, very slight sort of like hoisin / soy sauce character, which works beautifully. It's more in the background. It adds a bit more of an earthiness to it. Works well with those sort of like those darker hop characters and earthy hop characters. Yeah, that's a lovely beer. It really, really is. But would you expect anything less from these two? I don't think so. So in terms of a rating, I'm going to give that one a 9 out of 10. If the body was just a little bit more creamier and had a little bit more density to it, I know it's such a mild nitpick, it would get a 10 out of 10. But as it stands, it's still a remarkable collaboration. Two masters of brewing coming together and producing something ridiculous. But you still get those old school imperial style vibes, like that sort of like Russian imperial stout territory. And yeah, for that reason alone, do you know what I mean, it's good enough for me. But yeah, bottom line is, if you see a can of this floating around, I think I paid, was it 6 or 7 quid for this? Considering what it is, I think that's not a bad price at all, to be honest. And worth every penny. It really, really is. Whether you see this on tap or if you see it in can form, pick it up. Just pick it up, because you will be wonderfully surprised by it. So yeah, if you have tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. I know a good friend Brett from Beardy Beer Reviews uploaded his review of this, so I'll put his link down below, as well as any other friends and fellow beer tubers who have reviewed it. Check out both breweries. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Check out Northern Beer Temple if you ever find yourself in Wigan. If you've got a connecting train at Wigan North Western or Wigan Wallgate, just a couple of minutes walk and you've got one of the nicest little tucked away bars and cask. Great range of cask, great range of tap lines, keg lines, nice little takeaway range as well, and some good food at Northern, can't speak, I've had a few beers tonight, at Wigan Central. So highly, highly recommended. Wigan, slowly getting there, but of course we all know Leeds is one of the places to go in the UK, and now that Northern Monk is in Manchester as well, just adds another reason to go to Manchester. I absolutely love going to a Northern Monk's bar and tap room in Manchester. Went to the refectory in Leeds when I met up with Rob. That was a beautiful little place as well. So yeah, just if you see it, buy it, okay? Now just get out of here and let me enjoy the rest of this beer in peace. So good. 9 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you'll join me next time for another beer review. See you guys later.